Alrighty, good afternoon. It's afternoon, yes. Okay, just had to check and make sure. Good afternoon, people all over the world, I guess. Could be morning for you, I don't know. Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Hopefully everybody in America survived the food fest that is Thanksgiving. I'm still here, I'm alive, so that's cool. But I had a nice, enjoyable little weekend. A lot of family stuff. And it was nice. I was happy about it. Had some food. Now I'm back. I'll play some Arcade. I have been doing a lot of stuff in Arcade since the last stream, and I've actually... I've completed a lot more of my goals. I also wrote down new goals and tried to sort of balance out what I want to do and prioritize it. So we'll kind of go through that. And then we'll just do, like, chill stuff, you know? We'll try to do some PvP. I gotta keep practicing in that sense. And yeah, we'll see what else happens. Otherwise, we're just going to be chilling with chat like usual. And also, like usual, YouTube likes to crap out on me. I think that's perfectly fine at this point. I've kind of stopped using YouTube during the streams anyways. So, well, it crapped out on me again. That's fine. It happens. Let's just go ahead and totally pause that then. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Woo, hello. Good day. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm on video now. So Arcade stuff. Let's see. In the past few days since I've been streaming, because I haven't really been streaming the last few days. I think Monday was the last stream or something. And that was expected, with all the holiday stuff and everything. So, since then, I did get 3 items to Tier 3 Hurrah, which I'm very happy about. Which is both my main weapons and then my flute. And then I promptly realized that getting things up to Divine just puts it at the exact same stats. It doesn't matter whether it's Tier 3 or Tier 2. If it's Divine, it'll just have the same stats at 0%. So, they're at 0% Divine, my offhand and my flute, and it's as if I didn't do anything to them. But at least I have the option now to upgrade them up to Tier 3. I'm sorry, they're already Tier 3. I have the option to upgrade them up and they'll gain further stuff than when they were Tier 2 maximum Divine. So that's cool. I guess that's fine. Let's see. What else did I do? Since then, I've also uploaded all of my YouTube videos. Or, I'm sorry, all of my Twitch videos have been uploaded up to YouTube. There was actually a moment in time where, like, 90% of my videos were like inaccessible in Twitch, and I had no idea why. And it seems like sometime in the last few months, and I just hadn't noticed, they actually brought all those back. And this was a problem that was widespread with a bunch of people. It probably happened a long time ago, and I just never bothered to upload the old stuff. So I did upload everything that I had in my entire collection, as well as several clips that were just individual clips. All of that stuff was uploaded to YouTube, and I kind of want to move away from using Twitch entirely from videos, so I'm going to end up deleting everything off of Twitch that is old video-wise, and just making sure that everything is strictly on YouTube, and that's where I'm going to stick all of the VODs, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the permanent solution to where all of my videos are going to end up. I don't want to just be splitting things between 2 places. I'd rather have a focus. And while I don't necessarily focus on YouTube content specifically, having it all in one spot I think is a little bit better. So I hope that helps. I know that when I did upload the 85 videos in one morning, that did appear on everybody's subscriber feed, and I could not find any way to turn that off, which was a real problem. And the most I could do is say, hey, YouTube, here's a feedback message about this issue I'm having. I know you guys are trying to move people off of Twitch because you want people to use your own service, but this isn't making it easy to do it. It's just spamming everybody's subscriber box. And it did. And I lost a couple of subscribers, but I don't really... my focus isn't really on YouTube. My focus is on Twitch. So that's kind of what my goal is always anyways. Is just to make sure that Twitch is working pretty well. So, how did somebody go to jail in Marianople if you can't kill people because it's a peace zone? Is it just me? Just across the screen. Oh, you know what? It's possible that there's a Dominion going on, and they got sent to jail from Dominion. Is that a thing? That's totally a thing, yeah. That's probably what it was. Anyways, So, that's kind of been it, yeah. So go check out the YouTube page if you want to see any of those videos. They're all up there. I did order them properly in the various playlists that I have for my content. So the playlists for YouTube VODs has them in order of actually when they aired. And then the playlist of YouTube of Twitch clips, Twitch VODs and Twitch clips. I made a whole separate playlist for those of just funny clips or things that happened. There's only like 8 in there anyways, but you know, they're funny. So I put them in their own folder, and they're also sorted by when they actually occurred. So all of that stuff is done now, and I'm happy with it. Like I said, eventually I'm just going to remove all of the Twitch videos and try to point as much as I can to my YouTube page. And that's going to be the sources of things. Twitch is going to be just for streaming, and then all the VODs are going to go just to YouTube, and that's it. That's how it's going to be. So that's cool. It's also kind of, I'm doing this because I don't know how Twitch is, you know, for Twitch VODs, what I'm really doing is I'm taking the full VOD, and I make a highlight of 100% of it, and then I upload that up to YouTube. And I don't like making a highlight of 100% of anything because, you know, maybe at some point Twitch is going to be like, hey, you're abusing our highlight system. And if they do that, which, so as far, I mean, I'm doing it for a long time. A lot of other people do the exact same thing. I don't think they have any problems with it. But just in case there's an issue with it in the future, I'm taking a little bit of precaution, making sure that everything is on YouTube. And again, that issue already happened once where, like, everybody's highlights were just completely inaccessible between certain dates. And that affected most of my videos at the time. And so now that I have access to everything, everything's up on YouTube. Okay, so that's that. So Haram stuff I talked about, that's cool, I'm pretty happy with that. The YouTube stuff I talked about, and at this point, you know, my progress is really down to how am I going to progress myself? Like, what am I going to do myself to make my character feel better, my gameplay feel better? We can actually go to Mist Marrow here and see how that goes. I haven't been to Mist Marrow in some time. I don't even know if Nui really participates in Mist Marrow or not. But anyway, so I've been trying to get involved in a little bit of PvP here and there. Let's see, there we go. So I've been trying to get involved a little bit with PvP, as much as I can. Been doing a little bit more arenas lately as well. Just trying to make my character feel better again and make sure that my timings are correct with the Scepter, that I am okay with the magic damage that I do, and that it actually makes sense that I'm using a Scepter, and so far everything has been pretty cool. Also, here is the Andelf Dracora. This one is owned by Junior Vader, which is a really, really cool mount. It is incredibly, incredibly fast. It really does have a 16 meters per second base, but it has no armor. Regardless, it is still the second fastest mount in the game that is the easiest to keep up. The easiest to gain access to, right? The first being the Emberwell Charger, which you can only get if you are the Lord of a Castle. This one, at least, if you spend a lot of money, or time at least in the game, you can end up getting this thing. So that's kind of cool. I just wish it had True Flight, but don't we all, right? We all wish that everything had True Flight. So that thing's running around. Alright. Cool, I think that's been pretty much what's been going on. Let me, I'll pop a buff here before this thing starts. I kind of wish that I went to the restroom too, but oh well. That's just how it goes. So we'll do some PvP here. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna turn on music in game because I don't know how that sounds like. I know we did it at one point and it wasn't terrible, so we'll do it again this time. Cool. All right, we got numbers. That's interesting. I think most people are just gonna go AFK anyways, so numbers are really not real. All right. So anyways. This guy. Alright. Cool. Alright. So yeah, we'll try to do Mist Marrow a little bit today, and then otherwise we're just going to do some dueling as much as we can. Hopefully we can do 3v3s, but I say that every time, it just doesn't seem to be happening. But otherwise we're just chilling with chat. If there's anybody new to the stream, or people who are just stopping by, if you guys have any questions at all, maybe you're a returning player, feel free to ask whatever you want. I'll do my best to help out with any questions you may have about the game in general, and I know that generally Arcade is a very complicated game, so I do my best to answer whatever questions you guys may have at all whatsoever. I also am a theory crafter. I do like thinking about different builds, making things efficient, helping people out to have fun in the game. So if you guys have any questions there, trying to come up with a build, I can do my best to help with that. During Mist Marrow, if I'm in PvP, don't expect too many responses back, but think that's expected since there's stuff going on, right? So, alrighty, we'll see how this goes. I don't know where everybody's going here. Looks like we're just going one direction. Alright, really should have gone to the restroom beforehand, but man, do I like to screw myself over like that every time. It actually, that's so common with me too, like, that's so common with me, because I always get like, you know, nervous, right? A little nervous. Oh god, I killed that way too fast, didn't I? I always get nervous. Like, I remember queuing up for StarCraft 2 matches was always such a problem. Little Dinky. Yeah, there's PvP. Nice name. Or, I'm sorry, Little Dinky. What did I say? I probably said it right. Bon Cancel, hello, hello. Good to see you as well. At the beginning of a stream, too, instead of the end. Nice. You caught me. So yeah, I always got like nervous playing StarCraft 2 matches, like, because right at the beginning, I knew it was always going to be like, hey, this match is going to last like 15 minutes. It's going to be a problem. If I don't go to the restroom, I'll just be fine. And then like the first 3 minutes of the match, I'm like, oh god, I really should have gone. And then it's okay. It's fine after that. All right. Looks like these guys are aggressing a little bit, but I need to find a good place to just get into there, do some damage. Okay, or not. Ah! Okay, do some damage and run away. I don't know if I actually got anybody there, but it's okay. Meteor Strike. Oh, he's targeting me, though. Alright, I really should have turned on the other mode that makes it easier to actually see what's going on. Okay, I killed a couple people there, supposedly. I don't know if that's actually true or not. Ah! Run! Ah! Oh, how am I immune? No, I'm dead! I'm dead. But I got like a bunch of points out of that, so I guess I killed some people. Oh man, Leomorph is really the best mount in the game. Like, to me, I really love it. The micromanagement of backdrop feels good. Like, it's actually fun to use that mount. And for that reason, I think it's, for me, the best mount in the game as well. Really, really fun. What did I want to do? I wanted to turn on optimization mode so I didn't have crazy lag. Doing Mistmeryl normally is actually okay on frames. When I'm streaming at the same time, let's just put extra pressure on my CPU in a place where CPU is the most necessary thing. So we'll try our best to make up for it by using this. Oh, hello. By using optimization mode, I think that'll be okay. All right. Let's see what happened. Okay, we're okay. Let's just run down there. Whoop. Oh my god, if anything lagged there, I would have been dead. Okay, we're good. We're chilling. I think I actually got my tower. I think the last time I was here was on stream as well, and it was like weeks ago. I don't really come here. I usually do other stuff. So I already got my towers quest done. I don't really care about that. I do want a little bit of PvP. I know that it looks like Harani showed up, but because they lost the first fight, it's only natural that when you lose the first fight, some people go AFK and don't really participate anymore. So, unfortunately, I think that was as good of a fight as we're going to get at Mistmeryl. We'll see. I always hope that that's not the case, but realistically, that seems to be what happens. Okay, here we go. There's some people. Alright. Going stealth. I really should be using various pets to help keep me alive, but I can't because I just realized you can't do that in Mistmeryl for some reason anymore. I wonder if they limited it just because everybody was like... super lagging everything else. It's very possible that was actually what happened. Oh, this guy's really targeting me. Ah! Whoa! He really targeted me. Jeez, what did so much damage? God's Whip. That's the only thing that did that much damage. Holy cow. Just God's Whip. Damn. Oh, well, that's okay. I mean, it's expected, right? I over-aggressed. I went to the wrong spot. Shouldn't have done that. That was my bad. What I really need to be doing in these fights, I need to be going into the back lines, killing somebody that's healing over there, and then just running away. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Or if I killed a person and then I die, that's okay too. Because killing a healer, way, way, way more worth it than killing some other people. Oh, how is this guy not taking any damage? Alright, so I came here at the end of the fight. Let me switch it up. I'll go for this guy. Oh, it's not even switching it up. I used this before, huh? The same mount. Alright. So we know that we have the numbers for this fight, which is pretty cool. Tired of seeing so many Songcraft classes? I know, yeah, there are a lot of Songcraft classes, and you know what? It works really well. They are making changes coming up. I think Korea already has those changes to Songcraft. essentially Zeal becomes something along the lines of just crit rate and not crit damage. So we'll see if that changes up how people want to play. Starcraft is really good. I mean, it's not a surprise why people use it. People who want to weave these are okay with weaving high cooldown skills in between other skills. You know, can make pretty good use of it as well. Okay, so that guy is fighting somebody else. Looks like some Harani guys are here, but kind of out of place. How's that guy not taking damage again? Maybe that was just Aromancy, because it looks like that guy had Aromancy, and maybe his 2-second immunity went up. Oops. But all the Harania folks are really, really spread out here. I'm going to go ahead and help by killing this guy. Ooh, that's good. Oh! Oh my god. He already used his glider, I guess. Okay. I wish that optimization mode actually made it so that a lot of the effects wouldn't be on either. Because I don't care as much about some of these, like the weapon effects, for example. But I have to turn those off manually. They do help with at least texturing, though. Whatever issues people would do with... I don't want to kill that guy. I could kill him with my glider, but low gear score. I don't really want to mess with him. Should let him fly around. Alright, anyways, this race car game isn't as much fun. I'm going to break off and go some other direction. I don't care about towers or anything, so we'll just see what people are doing. If anybody's out here. And then I'll just use my rocket glider to over-aggress. So, in general, I need to learn how to properly engage with this class. With Executioner, it was very easy. I could go in for a target and then bone wall them with myself inside. That target would either try to run away with a glider, which is good, wastes their glider, or they would just try to fight me and it would not go well, or they try to break out of the bone wall and that wouldn't go well either. With this class, it's a little different. I do need to remember to be using frigid tracks as much as I can to over-aggress. I don't do that as much because I don't know exactly when to use it, whether I should be using it while I'm inside of something or not. Okay, well, he kind of just froze up there. Unfortunately for him. There's somebody with bloodthirst. Someone is stealthed back there. I could just let them unstealth, actually, or even better, stealth myself. So let me try to get back in range of him. There he is. That's the guy. Nope, that's our guy. So who is the guy who was in stealth? I could see it in the combat log. I don't know where... Alright, I don't know where he is. That's fine. Let's go this way. Alright, hold on here. I know around here, generally, people hang out. I'll just go this way. Let's see what I can get. Coffee, such a great game in the early years. Shame what XL and Shine did over time. Always had fun with the memories before it turned to poop. Dude, I really like the old times. Obviously, everybody remembers Hasla battles, the crazy... You know, raids against fishing. Fishing raids was a big deal, and then fighting fishing raids was a lot of fun. I do hope that, you know, XL can bring back that kind of gameplay. The problem is that, you know, the gear gap is an issue, and so they're doing a good job fixing the gear gap problem. I'm actually really happy with that. But they have to come up with new content that's fun really, really fast. I'm actually kind of optimistic about it because Jake Song did very clearly and properly say that's the problem. He actually said along the lines of, it's not fun right now. We need to bring back the fun to the game. And that is absolutely correct. That is the correct thing to say as a game developer, to acknowledge this game isn't fun and it needs to be fun. So we're going to fix that. So I'm really happy with that. I don't know what that's going to mean, if there's going to actually be any changes or not, but we'll see, right? It's the most we can do is hope for the best and see what happens. So... Oh god, I kind of messed up there. Ah! Oh, is he? Oh. Meditate. Don't think he pushed the right button there. Ah! He used frickin' my mount is dead. No! Oh well, he killed my mount with snipe. I feel bad. This guy's backpedaling, trying to run away, but there's too many of us. Alright, not as fun when it's like 40 versus 1. But anyway, so I have high hopes for the game, but I still have fun with it all this time because I make my own fun. And that's the most important thing. Do you have cast time reduction gems for Frigid Tracks? I do. I can pretty much use it whenever and wherever I want. It's half a second to cast it. Oh gosh, maybe I should just use it. Let's do it. Let's fight. Let's. Oh god, they're not aggressing. Oh, I'm gonna aggress. I'm gonna aggress. How did I just take damage? Actually, no idea. What was that? Did somebody actually do something? Whoop. I want to kill that guy. Or that guy. That guy's good too. Oh. There's a lot of lower gear score people, but that's good too. I just hope that they aren't getting discouraged by dying. So yeah, I do use those. Coffee, I think the ship has sailed. Far too late for fixes to bring it back to how it was. Oh yeah, absolutely. So how it was is never going to be a thing. They'd have to totally remarket the game, rebrand it. But, you know, again, if you have fun in the game, you make your own fun, and that's the important part. I do that as a solo player, which is really just uncommon. But, you know, make friends across different factions and just have fun. That's what's kept me in the game, is the fact that I can make my own fun, and also the fact that I don't think that will ever hit if I don't do this properly, so... sorry, guy. There's a couple of us. And just the fact that this game is always, like, there's so much to consider, so much to think about, so many different ways you can play the game. I love the fact that that's a thing. Oh god. I need to snare him, and then just follow it up with it. Oh my god! Run away! Okay, he's dead. Next target. Okay. Oh! Oh! Yes! Perfect. Perfect timing. Okay, that went really well for us. A couple of us. I have to get over there. Hostile battles. Oh, you're reminiscing about all the good times. I do that often as well. I really love the good old days. Freedage fights, Oceans, Being Alive was all really, really good. Maybe there will be another game that comes close to how this game was. I was really hoping for a lot of different games to do that, but we just haven't had any luck with other games taking that spot, you know? They were fun. They were legitimately fun to do open world things. You didn't get that in any other game. This game had so much freedom in it. It still does, really, but just, it's, you know, not as much people, not as much interesting things. The gear gap being a big problem. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, hey, you know, if Arcade ever did become the game you were hoping for, you know, still keep an open mind. You know, even for games you say, I don't want to go back to it. But keep an open mind. If they do something crazy, if it really is fun, if they, you know, they're making instanced arenas. I'm sorry, they're making instanced arena. That's already a thing. They're making like a 10v10 team arena where you can team up with your friends across servers and fight other people in 10v10. So I'm like, oh, that's a great step for people just having fun and doing fun stuff. They made an instance for Red Dragon raids. Okay, that's PvE content, not as much of a fan of it, but if they start doing that kind of stuff that focuses on fun all the time, no matter what, that's pretty good. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I've got high hopes, like I said. But yeah, I don't know. I just have not heard of any like there's a lot of different MMOs coming out, but they don't have the same feel as Arcade. Like, they're not the same speed. You don't have like 46 different abilities, active abilities, mounts, and vehicles sitting on your quick bar to mess around with during fights, because that's a lot of fun, and just nothing to this day still appeals to me. Tries to replicate that. Do not aggress. No, don't aggress. Oh my god. No, don't aggress there. I was the only one going in. It was a horrible idea. It's one thing going in, it's another going in not properly. Oof, that was bad for me. Okay, I need to do stuff properly. Going it for this healer, probably not the best idea, but they're actually here fighting, which is awesome. So I'm going to try to zap him with lightning. He's using antithesis. He's going to keep himself alive. This is all fine and dandy. Let me actually run over here. Let's see what I can do. Okay, I'm going to try to get away. Ooh, no luck. Woo! I don't think that's going to... Oh, I'm dead. I need to get healed so badly. Oh my god, is it going to happen though? I don't think so. Okay, I'm in a good spot. I'm not taking any damage, so I can stealth. And I can start to run back. That was damage, right? Oh, I didn't take damage from that. I'm back to full health, so... Let's Let's go. Oh god, that was bad. That totally revealed me. That missile ring. It's a good missile ring. That Stella guy is really surviving now. But we're getting into a good position now. I can use frigid tracks properly. Oh god. Let's use this. No, delay time! Oh man, I couldn't delay time. Freaking 5 archers on me. You want to escape that when you're getting the full target. See, I don't have assassination anymore. I would really abuse that just to drop targets. But you see how many arrows are just flying around in this. What I need to do, I know what I need to do. I need to be using my mount for lasso. And I need to be using my lasso Arcadian Sea Pillager as well. That would really help, right? That would be a huge, huge benefit to me and my team. So let's do that next time. Let's remember to do that. It will be good. Really hitting archers this patch. There's a lot of archer builds that are really, really good. There are, however, have been massive changes to archers now that the abyssal skill sets are not in existence for them, right? They don't have the crazy 50 range with any ability. That's not a thing anymore. And it's a big difference. So that's something to keep in mind too. You can actually, you don't have to worry as much about, oh god, he's causing problems for himself. Oh no, guys. He's really causing problems for himself. Alright. So anyways, that does make a big difference, the fact that archers can't do that. Oh. Hello. Whoa, we found him. Wow. Target's facing the wrong direction. That didn't do damage. Whoa. Oh, precision strike got evaded. Oh, man. It's alright. It's okay, it happens. Okay, there's a... Oh, geez. There's a lot of eagles up there. Actually, eagles, too. Okay. Kill the towers here. They are kind of turning around because they don't want to be here. Ah! He does want to be here. Okay. That's alright. He's kind of staying still over there. There's a bunch of people there. And I'm a little bit afraid. So what did I want to do? I need to pull people, right? So, let's pull people. Let's do this properly. Let's do this properly. I'm going to over-aggress. I'm going to pull that guy. Okay. Apparently the pull didn't work. That's okay. Oh, that was bad. Oh, this is the God's Whip guy. Oh, I can't do any damage to him for some reason. He did not get stunned. Okay, that killed him, which is fine. I need to heal a little bit more. And then I need to... Where's oh, he died. My pet died. Damn it. Or my mount died. Alright, that's fine. Let me use the Phoenix while we're in short range. Put that on. That'll help with healing a little bit. This guy is kind of out of where he's supposed to be. And I'm running out of abilities here, so let me just... Yeah, let me just... That's not the right guy. That guy stealthed. That's okay. Let me stealth as well then. Alright, what do I see here? There's a couple of people here. I might be able to get behind them. 6 seconds until I can use Shadow Step. Or not Shadow Step, Shadow Smite. I'm going to go ahead and try to take advantage of that. I did, but wow, did that not do a lot of damage? Okay. That one did a little bit more damage. The Shadow Smite just didn't backstab. If it did, it would have been a lot better. Oh well, it's okay. Is the music a little bit too loud? It's the in-game music, and I turned it on like 5 volume, which is probably a bad idea. Let me turn that down. I'm not that much of a fan of the music. Oh god, I can't change the music volume while I'm in optimized mode. Okay. Alright. That guy's after me. Switch over to this guy. What? Where's my, Oh, I can't use my mount because I have the battle pet out, and I can't put the battle pet away because I'm still in combat. Alright. That's fine. We'll just have to get around on somebody else's mount, right? Let me on your mount. Let me on your mount. Whoop. Now, come on. Oh, you. Give me your mount. Now, come on. It's fine. I'll just be my own mount with all my gliders. Well, that's the same one. That wasn't supposed to happen. Give me on your mount. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Despawn that. Bring this guy back. Go. Alright. Oh, we have 3 minutes in Miss Mara left. I didn't even realize it. I'm glad, though, that people actually decided to stay and fight instead of just not staying and fighting. This is good. This guy's really good at staying alive, I've noticed. I need to, like, really come up with how to fight this properly. Oh, frigid tracks, of course. Ah, why are you going for me? Oh, he's still going for me. He's still going for me. Oh, man, he's really adamant about killing me. Okay, frigid tracks. Done. Alright, now I can just do this, and then it's much easier. But this guy really... Oh, my God. He stays alive like crazy. 12, almost 13,000 gear score cleric with a lot of health without any buffs. Oh my god, he has every potion on them. How much damage was I doing to them? Pin down to Stella. Oh my god, I was actually doing a lot of damage to them. But I guess they just healed themselves more. They probably were doing the observe healing because they were playing cleric. Little Dinkle. Wait, you can't have Battle Pet and Mount out at the same time anymore? Yeah, they did that in Mist Mirror only. Just in Mist Mirror. I feel like they did it because, you know, overpopulation on some of these servers nowadays is causing too many problems. So they just wanted to kind of reduce the lag a little bit. I don't know, maybe. I don't think it's a terrible change. It's not a biggest deal. I like having fun with everything together. Mounts, battle pets, everything. I'm sure as most people would. But if everybody can't do it, then it's okay. Then it's equal. And that's perfectly fine. Alright, so other guys are going to do other stuff. Okay, I don't care. So that was good. I'm actually really happy with how that went. Let me get out of that raid now. Do I want to go to Western Huron Mountains? I do, actually. I'll do the little bit of farming there while I'm just chilling with you guys and talking to chat. So I want to get those dailies out of the way. So, yep, for anybody who is new to the channel or just chilling, hanging out, if you're new, maybe a returning player, feel free to ask whatever questions you'd like. And I do my best to help out with whatever answers or whatever questions you guys have. If I don't know the answer to something, maybe chat does. Or otherwise, we can try to point you to where you can ask your question for an actual answer. I know that, you know, in general, it's a lot of people are getting back into the game right now with 5.0 release. There's been like a crazy amount of people who have been making forum posts, coming over to my stream and asking, what should I do? How should I play the game? Whatever. It's been way more than normal, so I don't know if I don't think there's been actually any push for advertising as much as I'm aware of. Definitely wouldn't be, since Gamigo isn't really fully established with the game yet, right? The new publisher, for those that don't know. So I don't know. It's a little bit weird seeing so many new people, but that's fine. I think that's a good thing. We'll see what how that changes things. But anyways, that said, yeah, if you guys are a new or returning player, ask whatever questions you'd like. I know the game is super complicated, so I will do my best to help ease whatever questions you may think is a noob question. Don't worry about it, just ask it, it's fine. And then again, I do enjoy theory crafting, coming up with fun and interesting ways to play that's also efficient. So if you guys are looking for any help on builds, or have any questions like that, feel free to ask that too. Oh, also, I can finally change the volume down for music, couldn't I? Well, that's not terrible, though. Maybe the music's okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's fine. I didn't realize the sound levels weren't that crazy. Alright. Oh, gosh. I'm just glad that I got most of my Haram stuff that I wanted to get done out of the way. And I'm gonna hold off on the bow because I wanna first get enough materials to get the bow back up to Divine 0%. Once I do that, I'll try to take it up to Tier 3 and at least get it there. And then I'll have everything I need up to Tier 3. And I actually gave up on that sword. I know day 1 I made a little sword as well, saying, oh, I'll just play sword and see how that goes. But I've gotten so used to the scepter that I just threw the sword away. Not by throwing it away, I used it as XP. But, anyways, I'm perfectly happy with that. Like, I am really happy with how the scepter has been playing. Like, crazy happy. So I'm sticking with it. Little Dinko, I think the amount of returning players. is linked to the current player base. Usually when asked about the game, people are salty and tell potential players to not bother. But as of recent, most people I've talked to are pretty positive about this game currently. I think there's still, yeah, I mean, in general, you're always going to get the toxic people who... It's funny because, you know, if you want to play a game and you want to have fun with it, you have to make sure that a game like this, you have competition at all. I think people are starting to realize that if you kick your competition out of the game, it's not as fun. And when we really realize that, this game will be really fun. Because player nations aren't going to be trying to go crazy and steal all the content. They're going to encourage people to go out and try to fight them. They're going to encourage people to just play the game and do stuff and PvP. I don't know if it's really happening so much on the server that I'm on, but in general, it's a good thing. Because PvP is just fun. Going out there, getting into a group of friends, and playing the game like that is great. It doesn't matter who wins or loses any fight. Just play because it's fun to try to win, or try new things, or mess around with builds or whatever. So hopefully that becomes the mindset again. Because I do feel like that was the mindset long, long, long ago, and we have lost it since then. Now that said, your point stands. Yeah, I think you're right that a lot of the community is starting to be more positive about the game and encouraging people to go and try it. The big factor being it's much easier to get the gear you need to be competitive and to feel like you can actually contribute to a fight. I see people all over the place with just around 6,000 gear score doing stuff and being active. So many people just dueling in Marianople, trying builds. And you guys won't believe how often I have been meeting new players in Marianople, trying new builds. And I just stand there, I answer questions, I help people out, I let people know, hey, I stream, come over, ask me questions, I'll help out, go check out my content, I do my best to, you know, explain what I do during fights so that people can understand it. Because I think that stuff helps. So it's cool, it is actually really good seeing that. I've been having a lot of fun recently with theory crafting, specifically because of that. People just trying to find new and fun builds is a good thing. Fun is important. I'm glad the people returning to the game, or new players, are trying to create fun for themselves. The build is the first place to do it. The game has really gotten to the point where you can play any build at all, and you can still contribute in one way or another. I know a lot of people say, oh, this build or that build is totally like useless or whatever, but the truth is every build has strengths and weaknesses. It doesn't matter what classes or anything. Some classes have more strengths and weaknesses than others, of course, but still, you can play to your strengths and weaknesses and have fun if you're doing it in a fun way. And I know a lot of people go Songcraft like you had mentioned earlier, Little Dinkle. A lot of people play Songcraft right now. And I think it's for perfectly normal reasons, too. It's a fun class to play. Fun is good. Fun is what everybody should be actively seeking. By the way, how's everything on stream? Does everything sound okay? It looks okay. There's music in the background from the actual game itself. I don't know if that's really audible or not. But let me know what you guys are seeing with the game, if everything feels okay. On the stream, rather. I do like to make sure that everything is working generally, but the last stream I switched over to low latency mode, and I just want to make sure the low latency mode is still not affecting the stream in any negative sort of way. Low latency mode also means that you guys can interact with me way, way quicker, like within seconds, within like 3 or 4 seconds. That's really important to me, because last time I tried low latency mode, back when it first came out, I had a lot of issues with it on stream. Lots and lots of lag, lots of it all over the place, so stream looks solid, that's good. So, yeah, I'm glad that things have improved since then. Little Dinko, loving Aromancy at the moment. I can't say your name in that sort of way, can I? It just doesn't work. Anyways, it's okay. Loving Aromancy at the moment. Can't wait for the teleport reset ancestral. Oh yeah, I know. I can't believe they're bringing back teleport resetting, because they really did remove that like really crazy out of the game, and I guess they're going back on that and saying, you know what, we want that back in, and it's cool. There is some funny stuff you can do with Aromancy teleport resets. Of course, teleporting 25 times in a row is always hilarious. And it's fun when you do that. It's fun. It's funny for everybody. Yeah, you escape combat and you're like, darn, you know, the enemy who's trying to chase you is like, well, damn it, you know, I'm screwed. But it is still funny, and it's not like the most crazy thing in the world, so it's okay. But I'm excited for those changes coming up soon as well. If you don't know what we're talking about, omnum.gg, that is a website that a player named Mark hosts, and he tries to inform us about stuff that's happening in Korea, what patches they're getting, what changes they're getting. One of those changes is additional ancestral skills across every single skill set. And there's a really cool one for teleport. There's also really cool ones for lasso and defense. There's a really cool one for behind enemy lines that I'm excited for. So hopefully we get that soon. But who knows with all the Gamigo stuff, how patches are going to be slowed down or what. I'll let that guy get that one. I'm kind of rush here. I really do need a lot of infusions before I go and try to take my bow up a tier to tier 3. And again, we're just kind of chilling right now. After this, I'm going to do some PvP and duels and things. That's going to be the plan. I can't remember the ones for Lasso or Bell. Lasso lets you, you have a choice between, I know one of them is lassoing an ally. You can lasso an ally to you. I think the other one is you actually go to them. So instead of lasso, no, I'm thinking of, I think I'm thinking of an ESO skill actually from Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know what the other lasso does. Maybe it is that. Maybe it is that you just go to them. Maybe but anyways, I know one of them for sure is you bring the ally to you, which is kind of cool. A really good way to troll people in Marianople, I'm sure. It actually makes Caregiver make more sense. Is Caregiver the one with defense? Because then you can actually just bring an ally to you that you need to heal or whatever. Like, get over here, I need to heal you so you can survive. Actually feels funny to do that, I'm sure. What else? What was I talking about? There was something else that was along the lines of... anyways, yeah, so I don't know when we'll get those patches. But I'm excited for them. Exactly, get over here. But you're telling that to your ally, which is even funnier. Technically, a caregiver using normal lasso right now isn't bad either. Just for the sake of, you know, more people using lasso to bring the enemies closer to you. But since a caregiver and any healer should be generally near the back, they wouldn't be using lasso, I guess. They don't have much of a chance to do it. I really should make this chart that I always think of. There's a chart in my head that I think of when it comes to how people stand and how raid versus raid works. And it applies to every single game pretty much. But it comes down to like the range of archers, the range of mages, the range of tanks, the range of melee, and how people fight and what happens in large-scale fights. That really does affect most MMOs in general that use this style. And I refer to this chart in my head all the time over and over again. But it does, like, as a game developer, you need to keep this chart in mind as well, where everybody generally is in a raid battle. The fact that they're giving Lasso the ability to mark or to bring back an ally is correct, because healers tend to be in the back, but the enemies are targeting people in your front, usually, unless they're archers. But you'll still be in range of those frontline people, because you can heal them. You're in range to heal them, you must be in range to lasso them as well. I really should just draw out that map, though, and just refer to it on stream. Maybe I'll even make it on stream sometime. I'll do a MS Paint of my thoughts one day, and we'll just talk about it. It's not the most exciting thing, but I know that I've always wanted to get those thoughts out there. Maybe I'll do that after the stream, actually. It's a good time to do it. The music, actually, in this place, in the Haram Mountains, is actually a little bit different. It's not terrible. It's just nice background music. It's not super repetitive or anything either. I don't even know if it's audible on stream, though. It's probably pretty quiet. Oh yeah, also in the time of the last few days, I didn't mention this, but it should be obvious. I did hit Ancestral level 34. I got that so quickly though, just by solo farming in Aegis, with like all the pots on and everything for XP. Really easy to do. I really probably shouldn't have spent so many gift coins on XP, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter to me. Labor comes and goes. I could have spent it on that. Gold comes and goes. I could have spent it on like Guild of Stars or something. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. If there was like a loyalty point option with gift coins, I really would have taken that, but there isn't. So there's not really anything super valuable with gift coins. It's just for fun. Which is good. I think that's the proper way to do that gift coin setup. Just to compensate for time or whatever. Like, I could have gotten an extra 10k honor, I think. I'm sorry, an extra 10k labor, which would have probably been the only other useful thing. But 10k labor to me is only about 700 gold to 1,000 gold. Okay, I missed out on 1,000 gold. That's not really a big deal. Doesn't really matter to me. Alright, these 2 quests are done. We'll go turn them in. Do the last one. Oh, you can see Reedwind from here. Wow. This is what all graphics settings look like when everything is on all. Oh gosh, is that... Oh nice, everything's here is in peace, good. Okay, I'll do this one, get the other one out of the way. Nice, I've got 61 Radiant Haram Awakening Scrolls, and I'm not going to be... I'm not going to be trying to get 100 to use the 50 together, because I don't want to spend the Prestige. The Prestige I'm talking about is this thing, the Bound Radiant Runescribe thing. I'm not going to be using that. I do want to spend the 25 every single time, because I want to make those fail stacks go up. The fail stacks I'm talking about, if you don't know, if you fail on an increase of trying to increase your Haram braid up from tier 1 to tier 2 is what I actually mean, or tier 2 to tier 3. There are fail stacks, so every time you fail, the next chance gets a little bit higher % chance of actually succeeding. And I think that it's better to get those fail stacks up than it is to just try once with a 50% chance, and then try another time with a 50% chance, and so on. Because the fail stacks you gain from failing in those chances is still the same, still 5%. I think math-wise it's better to just attempt it a bunch of times in a row. Get those fail stacks up. Actually, I have tea this time for the stream, which is really good. I should be doing that more often. Oh, there we go. Again, for anybody who is new to the stream, feel free to ask whatever questions you'd like. If you're new to the game or returning player, I know this game is very complicated. Feel free to ask whatever questions you may have, and I can do my best to try to help. And I do like to theorycraft as well, so if you have any build questions, you're looking for funny ways to play the game, or just looking for new ways to have fun, feel free to ask. We can do our best to help, just as a community, as a chat, to make you have more fun in the game, allow you the fun. Otherwise, if you want to talk more off the stream, or you have additional questions and such, we do have a Discord. There's a link for it below to the Arcade Research and Development Discord. That's a Discord literally for testing things and messing around, but I also use it to announce whenever I go live and such, so feel free to use that. And I have various other social media and things. YouTube, Twitter, where I announce when I go live. YouTube, where I put up all the VODs after streams, so if you ever want to go back and watch something, you can. All that stuff is available. Just scroll down slightly in the page and you can get to all of it. Let me bring out the... Oh god, they're going after my pet. No! Ruffles! Don't die. Oh, he's dead! Okay, that's fine. He's still come back with full HP. Okay, Jigsaw quest is done. Hello. Also, lately as a melee, I have gone back to using Lightning Overwhelm. And that's not something that I generally... Like, I don't know whether I agree with it or not myself. I used to use it as an Outrider, because as an Outrider it made a lot of sense. But I got used to it as an Outrider. Like, I know how to actually use it and where and when. And I'm trying to get used to it again with this build. I'm trying to see if it works, if it makes sense to use. It's really just a good escape mechanism. If I think my opponent is about to crowd control me, or if I'm just in a generally bad spot, I could use Lightning Overwhelm if I'm facing the correct direction to jump over my target and just move 8 or 15 meters away. Very gracious amount of distance that you gain by doing so. But I have to get better at using it again, because it's been some time. Yeah, as a mage, Lightning Overwhelm makes a lot of sense. You are trying to actively keep yourself out of combat, or out of the range of melees. That is a big deal. 15 meters, they buffed that from 8 meters, actually. I believe in this patch, in the 5.0 patch. It's either that or 4.5, but maybe it was 4.5, actually, now that I think about it. But I'm a melee. I want to be close to the target, so it does come to me as just a defense mechanism. And the main reason that I don't use the main Overwhelm or Flame Overwhelm, Flame Overwhelm has a huge cooldown. The main Overwhelm just doesn't do as much damage. Yeah, it's good for closing a gap of 12 meters. And for that reason, maybe I should just be using it, honestly. But in reality, I have so many mounts and gliders and different ways I can close gaps that Overwhelm for that is not really the biggest deal. And I think that even in 1v1, it just makes more sense that I have some way to escape if I need to. Maybe the target is using all of this crazy AoE in one spot, and just using Lightning Overwhelm helps me escape that a little bit, right? That's always good to have. And then you can always get back in, because Charge still is a good gap closer if you have to use that to come back. Charge or Tiger Strike or any of that. That as a ranged, it's totally, I can see why anybody would use it. Charge kind of just does what a base Overwhelm does anyway, but it snares too, yeah. Overwhelm used to stun, and that was a really big deal. It actually used to stun even with the lightning variant. So you jump over the target, but they would become stunned. Here's the thing, though. For me, I'm actually glad that it doesn't stun anymore. Because if I'm jumping over the target, I have about half a second where I can't do anything anyways. So yeah, the target might be stunned, but it's a waste of stun. Because now, the next time I try to stun them, there's a, it'll be for less duration. Because of the, the more that you stun somebody, the more you see somebody with the same CC. It's diminishing returns. The next one is much less duration, and so on. Oh wow, I just got 2 Awakening Scrolls in a really short time frame. But, so I'm kind of glad that it doesn't stun anymore. Like, I'm perfectly okay with that. Let's say the target is using God's Whip, right? I would rather they didn't get stunned. Let them keep using the rest of their God's Whips, or let them just use God's Whip at all because they think that I'm right there. Let them waste things because I'm in a totally different location now. Like, most of my gameplay is about trying to get my opponents to waste cooldowns and to waste abilities so that they don't actually go and affect me. Okay, so this one is done. I can finally go to there and turn this in. Base camp. Cool. Done and done. How many do I have now? 70. Nice. 5 more from 3 chances. Now we'll put everything else away. We'll dump out these Princess Queen purses. I think we're good to go. Alright, let's get back to Marianople. We'll get some duels going. I might have to turn off the music for that because I'm not a big fan of the Marianople music. I've heard it too many times long, long ago, and it still, to this day, resonates through me. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't think that we'll get 3v3s to happen. Just lately, I have had 0 luck with making that a thing. I know people do naval arenas more often, but I don't know. Until the team system comes out, I don't think that I'll be interested in the naval arenas. It's not as fun when you're playing a game as a team, in that sense, with a boat and stuff. And you know, you have an alt or somebody else who just is trying to make you lose. That stuff isn't fun. So maybe once the team system comes out, I'll go back to trying naval arena, because I really did enjoy it when it was fun and people are queuing up and trying to win, and it was really cool. That said, is anybody queuing up for it right now? Oh my god, there is. There's people queuing up for it right now. But I don't like naval arena in that sense. I think it's still... Well, should we try it? There's a raid for it, actually. For naval arena. Oh, there's like 5 people in it. Well, maybe I'll look at it later. For now, let's go into sparring. I do need to consider... I need to consider maybe using a sword in the sparring arena, because the Scepter is way too slow. Like, way, way, way slower than what it is in my actual build. And while I keep saying, hey, go and try different weapons in the balanced arenas, man, the Scepter is just so slow. It is so slow with its 1.2 attack speed. So I don't know how I feel about using it. But, oh, hey, we got one. Okay, see how this goes. Use Great Club? I mean, I could. Because in the balanced arena, the only thing that it's really taking from you is the weapon attack speed and the crushing or weapon type, right? Those 2 stats from any weapon. So, I mean, you could go into the Great Club. Doesn't really matter. But a Great Club is 1.3 attack speed, which is even slower. It's 30% slower than an average weapon and 30% more damage. Crush a kid with the might of your hammer? Yeah, it could. That actually could be a thing. I wonder if I have a 1.3 weapon on me, like a staff. No, I don't seem to. I've got an axe on me. That might actually work. Just to be a little bit faster. Just a little bit. Just to try to get the same feeling of speed that I do from my main build, from my regular build. Oh, I got somebody. Got a Spiritualist. Whoa. Sorcery, Malediction, and Aromancy. Wow. This guy is very magic defense heavy while he's trying to keep me in one spot. He will probably use freezing steps, but I might be able to take that off of him. Otherwise, he will be using Aromancy to stop magic damage as well. Needless to say, I'm not going to be focusing on magic damage here. I'm going to be focusing on the melee damage. He might go plate for that reason. That's okay. Let's see how this works. Malediction has been a lot of fun to fight against, but I'm still not totally aware of what it can do and the timings. I'm not aware of all the cooldowns on it, so I need to keep practicing against it. This could be a pretty good fight. He did go cloth and full magic, as expected. That's fine. I'm going to try to get a Frigitrax off, and it looks like he's not using Frigitrax. So my first move is going to be to do that, but unfortunately... Oh! I'm going to run this way. He's using... Oh, nice. I actually dodged that properly, so that's really good. Oh no, he shackled me. I hate that shackle, man. That is a good shackle. That should have tripped him, and it did. I'm gonna steal his stacks. I did it! I stole his Malediction stacks. I stole all 10. Oh my god. So even if he used something to try to kill me, it would have been okay. Now, he used Swordfall there, his Bladefall, which is a really, really threatening move. But I was able to get away from it because of Lightning Overwhelm, just because of really good timing. Now he's running away, which is fine. Ooh, okay, he's gathering stacks. I'm gonna actually try to steal his stacks there. Oh no, he's using Assassination! No! Run this way. He's doing a lot of damage with different things. I'm gonna try to keep him there. Oh no! Okay, okay. This is fine. Steal something. I don't know what I stole from him. Hopefully it was useful. Okay, trip went off. I want to do bleeding. I didn't do it the right order. I always screw up the order of bleeding. Always screws up for me. No! Oh my god, Bladefall is so powerful! Okay, that was fine. Jeez, I'm so afraid of Bladefall every single time. Because it does do tremendous amounts of damage. But that was good. Kind of sucks how the new tree doesn't combo with other trees. It feels like it doesn't belong in our cage. I totally agree. It is really out of place. So the most we could do is see what happens with the 12th skill set. XL Games did say that they want to work on a 12th skill set, that they'd announce it before the end of the year. I don't know if that's still a plan for them. But I hope it's an archery skill set, because, man, one skill set for archery in 4 years, still there's only one skill set that does range damage. I feel like there's a lot of potential there, and I'm really hoping for a trap skill set. Like, one with a bunch of traps, not like... Anyways, something that actually makes sense, right? So, so we'll see what that actually means, you know, what they're going to be announcing or whatever, if it actually comes out, who knows. But I want to fight that same guy again, because I like fighting against Malediction, and normally I don't like fighting the same person over and over again if I'm winning. But that guy did really well, and I think that I did really well too in terms of dodging attacks, stealing things like Malediction. I'm starting to get better at, because I can do that with Leech. I can steal their stacks of Malediction. I can even steal their hatred generating thing, their stack generating skill, which is crazy. Like, the fact that I can just take it from them and then they don't have it is so good. But yes, because Malediction doesn't have really any combos, it's hard to make it a utility skill set at all. It's hard to mix it with other skills. It really is just for mages. You can mix it with other skill sets, for sure. It's just I don't see as much fun in it. I don't see the usefulness of it as much, right? Like, you could take Songcraft and get a lot of damage, or you could take Malediction and get a couple skills that might help, but it just... There's other skill sets as a utility class which would probably benefit people more, depending on what they're doing. As a full mage kit, though, it's pretty nice. For sure. Having to play around with stacks of, what is it, malice charges as well is kind of hard to do, and people are learning that, which is cool. I get to deal with it in a different way by trying to steal it from them, or waste their charges by running away or dodging moves. And it looks like I actually fought that guy. That guy's from this same server, so I can go back on the combat log and see what happened. Because right at the end there, he did get some Bladefall off. In fact, he got two Bladefalls off on him, but neither of them crit. And they didn't do as much damage. But man, is it scary. It is so scary to get hit by Bladefall like that. Oh, it looks like 3 actually hit, and the first one did crit. Oof, scary stuff, man. It's like old Bloodthirst, but for mages. Kind of, yeah, except nobody in NA, as far as I'm aware, really tried to make a Bloodthirst kit. Like, to really mess around with Bloodthirst and make it work. Maybe that was a bigger thing in Korea, because people like to min-max and go crazy with their skills there. But in North America, it was never really a thing, unfortunately. I would have loved to see a real Bloodthirst kit. Like a real Bloodthirst gameplay, and people trying to maximize it and manage it properly, but it's really hard to do it. Even I tried it for a little bit, but it didn't end up being the gameplay style I liked. I liked much faster gameplay style with focus on battle rage, right? I think a lot of people do. But yeah, it totally makes sense. Yeah, it is very much like the old Bloodthirst in that you have to manage these stacks now. You have to manage how it works. All right, let's. Oh, you got one. Good. Alright, who did we get? I got a Demonologist, who is normally using Plate, so I'll expect that he might be using Plate this round as well. I think that's okay. Sorcery, Occultism, and Witchcraft. So, it's a lot of crowd control, an insane amount of crowd control. Lightning Overwhelm might help out a lot here, we'll have to see. However, if he goes Plate, then I'll have no chance to win against him, so I do want to see what armor set he goes. And then I'll pick my damage, because anyways, I do both damage in regular gameplay. It's hard for me to know what I should be choosing every single time in this arena. Looks like he went Cloth, which is cool. We'll do the regular one then. Okay, and he's using a pet. I have to kill the pet, because he's probably going to be crowd controlling me for so long that a lot of bad things can happen. Okay, this way. Ooh, Bone Wall, okay. This is gonna be really hard. Oh, but he's in the freezing. Duh. Oh my god, it's always something, isn't it? Run away! No! I stole something from him, though. I don't know if it was anything useful. Okay, I'm trying my best to not have to... Run! Okay, good. That was really good. I'm gonna go back. We'll do this. Oh, his mouth ran out, actually. I think I'm doing okay. I'm trying to get some good... Okay, bleeding is really good. He's used the potion, that's fine. Bleeding plus precision strike does a lot of damage, which is great. I can just get out of that with Defiance, so it's no big deal. And that should kill him. He was trying to get a Wailing Dead off, but unfortunately, because Defiance is really good, can you just use that to get away? Whew. He didn't do a lot of damage, though, which is very interesting. Why he didn't do a lot of damage, I'm not sure. Ooh, god damn it, man. That's a really good opening for him. Flame Bolt, that's okay. Oh my god, he just moved out of just in time, man. He's the king of moving sideways. He really is. Because it is insane how much damage he can just pull off in all of these scenarios just by moving slightly in some direction. And I'm asleep. But he is still down. Cool. I want to cause bleeding. I'm going to steal something from him. I don't know if I actually stole anything good. I'm going to actually jump over him here. If I can actually get in range. It looks like I didn't. He didn't get the Fiend off because I just ran away. And then, you know what? He didn't actually stay inside of his fire thing, so I had no reason to stay in it any longer than I needed to. If he stayed in there, then if I was in there, I would still be slowed, which would have helped him a lot. Alright, yeah, back in the day, you used to play Shadow Aromancy Witchcraft, Eidolon. Was never a big fan of the Battle Rage, felt too clunky. Oh, so you actually did play with Bloodthirst gameplay, did you? Trying to maximize Bloodthirst and manage it properly, so that's cool. It's pretty good. Not a lot of people do it, but I respect people who at least tried. That's not easy. Lyson Gaming, how's it going? It's going quite well. I've been having a lot of fun recently, so things are pretty good. Zushido. That's a name I haven't heard in some time. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's keep going. Let's keep trying to do this. Got up against a couple of really good matches. I think I'm still playing properly with my Scepter, even though it's significantly slower than it is in my actual Scepter build outside of the arenas. I think against the people that I've been fighting so far, it's been okay. If I fight somebody who is Songcraft, it could be a big problem for me. Oh, but this guy is a tough person to fight. I just don't know why he wasn't doing a lot of damage. With Sorcery, Occultism, and Witchcraft, you have a lot of potential for damage, and it just didn't feel like he was doing that in the last match against him. Last you watched, I was playing Executioner. What class am I maining now? Yeah, I played Executioner for like 3.5 years probably in total. Really, really long. At least 3 years. But right now, as of like 4.5 or so, I've been playing Hellweaver, and Hellweaver has been a ridiculous amount of fun. Alright, he is running as quickly as he can to me, just to get the bone wall off. I think that's perfectly fine. He missed that, which is good for me. Ooh, okay, that's not good for me. Oh no! Man, he's trying to get that combo off, isn't he? Okay, bleeding. Yes. Okay, bleeding is off. We're fine. Okay, I didn't really need the stealth there, but that's okay. Thing is, he is really slow because of the lightning, and I'm really happy about that. I run away here. Ah! Okay, let's go ahead and heal myself. I kind of want to try to get fridge tracks off, but I don't think I can make that happen. Oh, that's good. Steal. Okay, I stole something from him. I don't know what it was, though. I wonder if he's trying to steal my mana. It doesn't look like he is. Okay, the Precision Strike did actually connect there, even though he kind of jumped out of the way. That was pretty good. He really wasn't doing damage. He was focusing a lot more on crowd control. Yeah, it really does feel like that, but you know, when you have Sorcery and Occultism, in general, your witch, you should be doing a lot of damage, right? So he's clearly going a lot into witchcraft. A lot into witchcraft. He doesn't seem to be using Innervate or anything like that. But, this could be a problem for me. This could be a problem for me. Let's just use that. Let's just try to stay there and make that go off. Now he's going to be really slowed. I really want to get away. Go! Run! Okay, good. I can actually just kill the Wraith, I think. Wraith, die one time. Okay, thank you. Alright, Fiend. I just can run away again. However, he might follow up with Bubble Trap. He might follow up with Bubble Trap. Could be a bad thing if he does. Oh my god, he might get me this time. See, the God's Whip does almost no damage, which is so strange. That God's Whip did, like, nothing. Caused 681 damage, 822 damage. Even the crit did 622 damage. Not sure why God's Whip did almost nothing in that build. I feel like he just didn't have enough skill points in occultism. That seems to be what it was. Can you give me a quick explanation of the +1, +2, +3 on weapons now? You get that it's a boost on DPS, but you're not really sure how to do it. How to do it and what it means is different questions. And you only get one question. No, I'm kidding. So it is the same as tempering. You know that before you'd have a 18% DPS boost or a 16% DPS boost. You'd randomly, you'd temper an item, and it would get like some random range. This is the same thing, except for the fact that they're slightly more complicated. But, and hear me out, it's safer. You can now temper gear +1 at a time, like you did back in Lineage 2, if you didn't play that game, like you did in most MMOs. You temper it level by level, bit by bit, and it's guaranteed up to a certain point. After that point, however, there's a RNG chance that it either can go up or it can go back down by 1, and that's it. That's really what it is. So it's kind of nice. It is replacing the old tempering system. Those tempered items retain their 18% or whatever it is by just giving it back to you. So if it was 18% before, it'll be +18 now. And that's just the way that it works. Now, it is important to note that it is a percentage, yes. It's like an 18% boost for me on the Scepter, on DPS, and the magic attack, and whatever. It is also important to note that after +20, I want to say, instead of giving you a flat 1% boost at that point, it actually gives you a 0.5% boost for anything above 20. So 20 to 21, instead of giving you 1%, actually gives you 0.5%. So the higher you go, in this case, even though it's really unlikely to get above 20, unless you spend so much into it, the actual gain is much smaller. So most people will stick around 18 and be like, that's pretty much where everybody wants to be. It can go up to +30 though, and I don't think anybody's actually achieved that. I know you're going to be looking at my gear. I feel like that's slightly out of date in many ways because I've switched to all this Haram stuff and I've tiered it up. I'll have to go back and update it. But for the most part, the armor is correct. I think the accessories are out of date. There's a bit I need to update with it. I have to remember to do that. It still gives a general idea of what I've been up to. If you guys have any more questions, though, of course, feel free to ask about specifics. I'll be more than happy to answer whatever questions they might be. Now, I want to go back into those arenas. Let's see here. I want to do 1v1 Gladiator. I know that I'm terrible at it because so many people just queue into Gladiator with like ridiculous gear and maybe even Songcraft or whatever. And Songcraft builds are always going to get to me because they're able to hit first. Those assassin builds are always going to get the first shot, and in an assassin versus assassin fight, you really need that to win. You're curious if I'm using the cold-blooded set skill. Yeah, I am. That's true. My build got hit pretty hard by the 5.0 skill change. It did, but I was practicing with this exact build that I currently have months in advance. Months in advance. The only thing that I didn't have because of the skill points was I couldn't get both the Abyssal skill passives from Battle Rage and Shadowplay, so I wasn't playing with Reckless Charge, but I was playing with the Lethal Toxin, Shadow Mastery, and everything as you see here, for the most part. And so I already had a good feel for how it was going to play way in advance before this patch came out. I practiced pretty hard with that. But it's okay. I mean, I know that overall everything got hit pretty hard with the 5.0 skill point change. I have to play much slower than I used to. I've done that even further by giving myself a scepter to use. And that's okay. I mean, I think I'm getting used to it now. I think I'm liking it, even though it's a little bit different than what I'm used to and what I enjoyed. But that's okay. I'm adapting, I think, just fine. I just need to do more PvP, like more open world, large scale, all that kind of stuff PvP. 1v1s can only go so far. Would love it if 3v3s were more popular, but maybe once the team system comes out for arenas, everybody will be going into it significantly more often. And I'm excited about that. You can play with people across faction, across server even, and team up with these people across server or across faction, and then go into arenas with them as allies, and it's kind of cool. We'll see how that plays out. I'm excited for that in Naval Arena too, if they let you do it. It looks like nobody found in the regular Gladiator Arena. Kind of strange, actually. But yeah, I am still using the Cold-Blooded Set effect. As you can see, I did get it up to Legendary Plus. I have that silly buff, which doesn't actually give me very much, because I only have 4 pieces, and they're very low level. But it's hilarious, so I decided to keep it. And yes, exactly, I do use leather cloth end plate specifically so that I can keep the legendary buff. And also because I like the abilities of these other things, right? I like the cloth armor for the binding targets, which I don't use as much as I should. Shadow Warrior's Shadows is really powerful at keeping myself alive. And then server is Aria server. I don't have a thing for that, but it is Aria server. And yeah, the mythic boots are nice just for the extra jump slot and movement speed. I don't use it for resilience like everybody would. I use it for movement speed because I need it. It feels way better when I have movement speed. It really does. I tried playing without it for some time and it was, oh god, I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. Movement speed is such a big deal for me. In fact, in the arenas you don't get the movement speed bonus. Oh, it's the same guy again. I don't like fighting the same person over and over and over again. But it seems like I have to now. Maybe I don't think I'm going to queue up again. Unless he wins. If he wins, maybe it'll be okay. Then I'll queue up again. He should be learning on how to fight me as well, right? As his build. He should be learning how I'm fighting, what to do against me, that sort of thing. But like I said, like God's Whip just didn't do any damage. Maybe he changed his build. Maybe he's got more stuff in occultism now. Who knows? It was gun leather. Okay. Now it's going to be much harder to kill him. Significantly harder to kill him, just because he's gone leather. Okay, yeah, it's such an opening for him. It's such a crazy opening for him. Oh, and he's got way more damage. I can already feel it. Run away! Oh, I was going to use Lightning Overwhelm. That would have been the best thing ever. He's within 6 meters. Get out of there. Oh, that missed. No! Not Insidious Whisper. I can steal his stacks, though, but I don't know why I would. Okay, Bubble Trap. That's okay. I can just get away from that. Okay, he's stuck in there. I can go ahead and trip him again. I can follow it up with a snare. He did heal. That would have been really good if I didn't. I don't have bleeding on him. That would have been such a deal breaker if I had bleeding on him. Come on, a couple of more hits with Quake and it'll be okay. Okay, the one charge did it. It didn't even crit, but it was still enough damage to kill him. Ugh. Tough fights, man. I have almost... Oh, I have a lot of ranged attack. Why? Why do I have a lot of ranged attack? I didn't realize that this gives you ranged attack. I could actually just use shoot arrow. But his opening is always bone wall. I wish he used it later. If he used bone wall later, it'd make more sense. I'm actually going to do something different. Perfect. Now I'm going to use this. And now I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. Okay. A little frozen. That's okay. Use this so that he slowed down. That was a really, really, really bad thing that I just did. I should not have followed up with Shadow Smite. Oh god, it missed! It missed, so it didn't take me the full distance. Or maybe it didn't miss, but he CC'd me before it could go off. Oh my god, this crowd control, man. Come on, come on, go here. I have so much crowd control on me. It's been insane to try to fight this. Go this way. Okay. Go this way. Go this way. Okay, I think he's got me this time. Yeah. No! What? 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 How come it targeted that instead? What is going on here? Why did it target that suddenly instead? I didn't switch targets. It just decided to switch targets to that. Does the Wraith taunt? I've never heard of the Wraith taunting people. I've never seen that as a thing. Don't tell me that's a thing, that the Wraith taunts. That can't be true. Alright, let's do the old tactic, because it seems like the new one didn't really work. Okay, we're in a good spot, I think. The problem is, man, does he have so many follow-ups to this. Okay, he is severely slowed now. He is severely slowed. I can cause bleeding. I can run over him, and I'm in a good position. Let's do this. I did not trip him there. Yes, I did. Oh, God. This is so hard to fight against, man. He is really, 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 really hard to fight against. There's so much crowd control happening. The most I can do is just run away sometimes. Oh my God, even that didn't work. No! No, stop targeting the wrong thing! I don't get it. I don't get why that keeps happening. Okay, he is stunned. I can't follow it up with a trip. Oh my God. I think he's got me. He's got me. I just can't fight the crowd control. I cannot do it. Oh my God, it's impossible, man. When he goes leather, he can survive much better, and that's really all that it took for him to win, is to switch over to leather. Which is sad, actually. The Bone Wall at the start of the fight is useless. It's not really doing anything, just wasting a nice cooldown. It is, yeah. I think he's doing it so that he delays Frigid Tracks, which is fine. But I think he can use it much more effectively later on. Now, I want to fight him again now that he won, but man, he's only winning because he's choosing leather. So I need to come up with... I need some way... I know what I need to be doing. This is actually really good for me. I need to fight him again. The reason is because I need to learn to use Tiger Strike better. I have a chance here to use Tiger Strike to ignore crowd control, because he has a second thing out. Since he has a second target out, my Tiger Strike will hit 2 targets, and because of that, I'll have a 2-second immunity to debuffs. If I use that correctly, I could avoid a lot of things. But the problem is that I like to engage with Tiger Strike instead of using it later on during a fight to remove some cooldowns. Not remove, but avoid some cooldowns. So, I'm going to try my best to use... Yeah, I could use Cloth, you're right. I could switch to Cloth, but the problem is then that his... number one, I don't use armor types that I'm not familiar with because I don't care about Cloth. But you're right, Cloth would be crazy because of the debuff duration reduction. That'd be crazy, actually. In fact, I kind of want to do it just to see what it feels like. Which is kind of funny, actually. But number 2 is... his pet will still do physical damage. So if I do that, his pet would be doing more damage to me. And I think in this case, his pet's doing most of the damage. It really doesn't feel like his other abilities are doing very much. It's just the pet. But maybe I'm wrong in that. Maybe that's not actually the case. Let's see. Wailing Dead used Overrun on me and did 561 damage. See, that's not really much. Wailing Dead did Flames of Hell on me, did 734 damage. That seems like a magic attack, though. 347 normal damage, so that looks like physical. Yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe it doesn't matter which armor type I use, then. Huh. Maybe the Wailing Dead wouldn't really do as much damage anyways. But we'll see if I even get him again. Now that he won once, maybe he won't even queue up anymore. Which would be sad, because now I really want to fight him now that he won. But most people aren't like that. Most people fight until they win, and then they're done. Unfortunately, that happens so often in PvP in general, where I'll fight against people in, like, you know, open world somewhere, and I'll kill them, and then they come back, and I kill them, and I come back, and then I kill them, and then they come back, and they kill me, and then I can't find them anywhere. I try to go back to where it was, and nobody stays. Nobody does. I literally stay where I am after I kill somebody because I want them to come back, so I fight them again. But I don't know why people don't give the same regards back. Pretty sure Wailing Dead uses a mix of both magic and physical attacks. It definitely seems so. Definitely feels that way. Alright, let's see if it's the same guy. Kind of want to go Cloth just to feel if... I do kind of want to feel what the reduction is. It looks like I got the same person again. We'll see what Cloth feels like. I feel really bad, though, if I'm going to win just because of cloth, though. So I'm not really trying to practice that. But I'm curious what it feels like, because all these people that use cloth, it's like super crazy. It's actually really, really crazy how much it helps. 20% reduction to all debuff times is ridiculous. It really is. Alright, let's see what he does. Maybe he'll go plate and then I won't feel dead. No, he just went leather. It's okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, cool. Oh. See? I don't know how I got... Oh, he used Frigitrax too! Wait, no. How did he use that so quickly? How did he use Frigitrax so quickly, actually? I'm actually curious. Oh my god, look how slow I am. Oh my god, it doesn't end, man. Okay. I don't think there's very much I can do about this, but I can do this. Here. He slowed. Okay, he just used Defiance. He just used Defiance, which is good. But unfortunately, I don't think I can do enough damage here to do anything. Yeah. The Wailing Dead is just gonna kill me. No! Oh my god, it's impossible. He opens up the same way, but how did he use Frigitrax so quickly? It's got a 2-second cast time in here. How in the world did he use Frigitrax so quickly? I'm gonna do this again though. There. No, what? How? What? Ah, steal it. Oh, my Frigitrax now. I didn't steal it apparently. What? How did that? What? I'm so confused. All right, whatever. Let's just get out of here. Okay, he just used Defiance as well. Now he's poisoned, which is really good for me. Run away. Cool. Just gonna use this. And I'm gonna use this. No, come on, damn it! I wanted to use... Oh, I already used Tiger Strike, apparently. I want to use Tiger Strike in order to get away from the crowd control, but unfortunately I already used it, which I didn't even realize. Okay, use Bleeding again. Come on. Come on, stop with the crowd control. He's using Frigitrax, and unfortunately, it got me. Oh my god, it's so painful. It's so hard to fight this, man. It's so hard to fight this. It's so much crowd control. What am I doing wrong? I used Tiger Strike for some reason there when I wasn't supposed to. That's number one. Number two, my Frigitrax just didn't go off that time. Or it did, but then I got hit by his, even though I shouldn't have. There's a few things there that just didn't make sense to me. So, I have to keep fighting him. I have to, because I don't care about winning or losing. I need to figure out how to fight against him properly. And he's learning too. You can tell that he's getting better with his build. That he's learning what I'm doing and how to fight against me. I don't think he quite understands what he's doing with that Bone Wall at the beginning still. But maybe he's just doing extra damage. I don't know. He did use Bone Wall better during the fight, and that's really what stops me. But if he just saves it, he would have been much better off every single time. Now, that said, I didn't really feel like Cloth did very much. In fact, I definitely felt like I took more damage from him, so maybe he put more points into Occultism. It's very possible that he put more points into Occultism now. And I don't even know what I would look at to figure that out. Uses Chain Lightning, 663 damage. No, that was worse. Yeah, I didn't feel like Cloth was good. I'm so used to the leather helping out with, like, you know, evasion. I guess, I don't know. The difference between leather and Cloth is really I get extra skill damage with leather, right? Although now Cloth does the same thing, so maybe I should just be using Cloth for this. I don't really know. I like using the armor set that I stick with normally. That's generally how I play. Crow attack didn't do very much damage. Nothing that he did against me did very much damage. But everything that I did against him did. Charge causes 800 damage, non-crit. Triple Slash causes 700 damage. Oh, fucking 850 damage, non-crit. Holy cow, man. I still like Triple Slash, but it does have a crazy global cooldown. It's just these crowd controls. It's just the fact that, like, look, GamePro 03 did Hammer Toss against Wailing Dead. Why am I targeting the Wailing Dead? I should be targeting him. For some reason, though... Oh, it... Okay, I see. It actually... It did hit him. Okay. What happened here? I attacked Wailing Dead with Hammer Toss. He was struck by stun, so that means he got hit by the Hammer Toss, but it doesn't appear in the combat log. So that means that it must have hit Insulating Lens, because Insulating Lens sucked up the damage. That seems to be what happened. Anyways, I followed up with the Shadow Smite, which means he would have gotten tripped. Oh god, nobody actually went into the arenas. Yeah, you typically use your normal armor type. I know a lot of people use the armor type against the person they're fighting. But when he was wearing cloth, he wasn't beating me at all. And it doesn't seem like that's what his normal armor type is, cloth. Seems like his normal armor type is plate, at least from what he's running around in. So he wasn't... I don't know why he chose cloth, to be fair. He should have started out with leather. In reality, if he goes plate, it's fine. I mean, obviously I would just focus on my magic damage and kill him that way. Because Meteor Strike does an insane amount of damage to plate for people sparring in the arena. But man, so much crowd control. So much crowd control. And he's using also Ancestral abilities meant for 1v1. So he is a 100% 1v1 build. But that's okay. Like, I could switch to something. I could be using, instead of this Gale Precision Strike, I should just go back to the regular one. Because I'm not killing things, and this just has a higher cooldown. So maybe I should. Maybe I just switch back to this. Doesn't really matter. It makes a bigger difference in some cases. I can switch to, like, I don't know, I like Lightning. I like Lightning Shadow Smite a lot. I like this one too. But maybe just switching away from Precision Strike Gale to Basic. Maybe that'll make a bit of a difference. And in general, I should be doing that more often, regardless. I just don't know why. I don't know, I don't really tend to do that. Alright, seems like he's not queuing up again. Or he is, but he doesn't want to fight me, so he just cancels or something. I want to keep fighting him, though. He was winning. I want to keep fighting him. I think most people would just give up, but if I found a good duel, then it's much more interesting to me. While we're waiting here, and it looks like we got him. Again, for the new people who are in Twitch or new to the stream, feel free to ask whatever questions you'd like. If you're newer or returning to the game, I know that you guys probably have a lot of things to catch up on or just figuring out that the game is very complicated. Feel free to ask whatever you'd like. I'll do my best to help out with whatever I know. And if I don't know something, maybe chat does, or maybe we can send you to the right direction of where you can find the answers you're looking for. Otherwise, if you like the stream and you want to see more of it, feel free to follow the channel on Twitch, or check out some of the other content. Like, I put everything up on YouTube afterwards. You can see all the videos that I've ever done on Twitch there. And we also have a Discord, so if you want to check out the Research and Development Discord for Arcade, there's all these links down below. I do announce whenever I stream on there as well. And we'll see if I can actually get somebody in the 1v1 arena here. Doesn't seem like it's happening, though. What's my record today? Did I win more than I've lost? I think I won 3 times and lost 2 times. I don't know if I really care about that nowadays. I really just care more about just practicing the build. But it doesn't look like I'm getting anybody. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm getting anybody in this arena. Somebody's pushing the button, though, to cancel, or whatever. Somebody is queuing up, but not following through. Zushido, if I was going to play Archer, what class would I play? Is it cheating if I said Outrider because it's mostly melee? I mean, I already played Outrider for maybe about 6 months at one point. Yes, it's cheating. I played Outrider for about 6 months or so, and the reason was because back then it had Bonewall, and Bonewall was my favorite thing of all time. Yeah, it kicked me out. Now Bonewall is in occultism. It literally buffed what I loved to do as a Outrider, and it put it into my favorite thing as Executioner. I was mind blown by this. The reason I'm playing Hellweaver right now is because back in 4.5 with the well, just in general, the Abyssal skills, there was Abyssal Sorcery, and Abyssal Sorcery had a move called Void Leap, which when you pressed it would teleport you somewhere randomly within 15 meters, and there was a very small global cooldown on it, and you could use it as many times as you want because it just used Abyssal charges, one per, and so I would literally just spam that button in a fight nonstop because it was hilarious to just be teleporting completely random places constantly. Teleport, overwhelm to get back in and do something else. Teleport, use charge to get back in and do something else. Teleport, use Tiger Strike to get back in and do something else. It was so funny to do that. But in my time of playing Hellweaver, I realized Frigid Tracks is so funny. It's such a funny move because it's an anti-melee move, and to use it as a melee is good. So, taking all of what I just said and throwing it back at me to say, if I was to play Archer, what class would I think I would play? I would absolutely mix Archery with Sorcery. I would definitely find a way to do that. It's possible to do it with Witchcraft as well to help you get a little bit more mobility. So I would probably play some kind of a mix of Archery, Sorcery, Witchcraft. And I think that's actually a very popular one now that I think about it. I think that's... what is that? What is Archery? Oh gosh, it's not Trickster. It's oh gosh, I think that's a popular one. Stormbow or something? Storm Arrow, something like that. That's I think actually quite popular in overall raid versus. What is going on with the frames? What is happening right now? I think it stopped. Whatever just happened, I think it's over. That was really weird. I didn't drop any frames for that, like, on the thing. But, that was so weird. Stormcaster. Yes, Stormcaster is actually a pretty popular class. And I think I would play it. I think that makes sense for my gameplay style. It's funny. I get to do some funny things. I get to mess around with magic as well as mixing all this range stuff together. The only thing I would miss out on is, like, the speed from Freerunner, which is okay. I don't care. In Raid vs. Raid, it's not the biggest deal. And there we go, the game crashed. Something really weird just happened there. I'm not sure what that was. Whatever, we'll just spin up the game here. You guys get to see, not Angeline anymore, if you guys know what my alt was, my dwarf alt. We had a name change here from Angeline to Sweaty. So her name is Sweaty now. We'll show her off because I DC'd. Yeah, they got rid of floats, that's true. Yeah, they got rid of floats. Floats, I don't know. Was anybody really using float? Is that a thing? I don't know if I would have ever used float. I think I even tried it as an outrider a little bit to just get a longer range snare down because there was a combo with snare. It just never really worked for me. I know people use float in Raid versus Raid, especially with the 50 meter. Oh no, I guess you wouldn't be able to use both of those at the same time. Float into snare. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know. I never found a way to make it work. It was too slow to me because I'm back then, and I mean I can't anymore. But I was very into super fast gameplay. I would still be into super fast gameplay. I just use a dagger as a main hand. Oh no, I didn't show off Sweaty. I'll go back. It's important. Anyways, I'm still into super fast gameplay. If I could make it work, I would be using a dagger, but then I would do significantly less damage. So that's okay. I'll stick with what I'm doing. Let me show off Sweaty. Hold on. I can just go back. It's no big deal. Back this character select. Little Dinko preferred how old Archer played. Not a fan of this new steady shooting blazing arrow combo. Yeah, I know. People really take advantage of how those two interact to give you so many more crits on just one move. So this is Sweaty, for those that don't know. She's the most beautiful dwarf in the whole land. You might say, yeah, is that a band-aid on her forehead? It is. That is a band-aid on her forehead. She has had her bumps and bruisers. You know, it happens to everybody, but this is Sweaty. And I think we can get back into the game now. It's cool. Let's see what else we can do here. Alright. The thing is, I think most people right now as Archery are just playing one thing, which is Ebonsong. And they used to play, like, Primeval one thing, you know? And I was never really a fan of these. Primeval or Ebonsong or whatever. Well, no, Ebonsong is fine. I was never a fan of Primeval, and the big reason was because there was no combos with Primeval. None. There was almost no combos at all. Whatsoever. Damage combos, nothing. There was nothing. And people would play it because it just gave superior mobility, and that's it. They just used it for mobility. That's it. There was very little combos in that build. And I didn't like it for that reason. I didn't like that people were playing that way. They didn't try to order shots. They didn't try to make things happen. Songcraft now at least puts a little bit more fun into it, and I think Ebonsong is more fun overall, so I actually like that people play that. Pew is playing Shade Hunter, which is kind of groovy. Shade Hunter. Shade Hunter. Shadowplay, Archery, and Occultism? Is that what that is? Or Witchcraft? I hope people put Occultism and Witchcraft into those builds, because that's fun. It gives you more ways to mess around with the gameplay, especially with Bonewall, too, in Occultism. You'd have to tell me what that is, though. But it is. Like, that's more fun. There's more interaction. There's more things happening. Instead of what Primeval used to be, which is just shoot things as much as you can, and that's it. Like, you know, you get off a concussive arrow if you can. Yep, Shadow, Archery, and Occultism. See, that's cool. I like that. You can mix things up with slowing people down, you know, with Crippling Mire. You can lock people off with Bonewall, which is fun. If people get too close, or if you're just using the single target Howl Spear, you can. It's fine, and it works. I wish people would put Witchcraft into it, because of the Mirror Warp is really good. You know, snaring targets is really nice with Witchcraft. But, I mean, it's fine, as long as people find fun ways to play for themselves. I just feel like there was much more potential nowadays than the crazy Primeval meta that everybody for some reason did back in the olden days. But again, I hope that whatever 12th skill set they come up with, I really hope it is just an archery skill set, or that it just does range damage. And I hope that it can also be used as utility with other classes, because we really need that. Like, we really do. Archery still only has one skill set that does any range damage at all. It's ridiculous. If you want extra damage, you take Shadowplay because of one skill in there, Stalker's Mark. Right? That's it. They're even removing the slow bonus damage that you get with Endless Arrows, so even that doesn't matter with, like, doing extra slow damage to people. It's not a thing. So, I don't know. It's a little bit weird right now. It's been like this forever, too. It's ridiculous. Hopefully they get something, but that's just because I'd like to see Archery become more of an interesting sort of gameplay instead of what it is now. I'm kind of curious if people are still queuing up for Naval. Grimghast, okay. That's fine. 3v3 is probably not a thing, unfortunately. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. Okay. I don't know. Oh, let's see, actually. Is there anybody online I can duel with a little bit? Because I need to practice. I need to be practicing more using Lightning Overwhelm. I need to practice more with that, because it's been a while since I've used it. I used it back when I was an Outrider. A lot. I used it. It was a lot of fun. But I need to get used to it again. There's a lot of damage, actually. For me, at least. With the Scepter. You'd love a new range skill set? Man, who wouldn't? Magic has like 5 skill sets now. Healing has 2, at least. 1.5 if you want to call Songcraft that. So we either should get a new healing skill set or a new ranged one, but I think ranged is really due. And a proper one with like utility uses would be great. And then I should obviously go full circle. Melee, I believe, has 3 skill sets: Defense, Battle Rage, and Shadowplay. So it's a bit ridiculous for magic options right now, which is fine. I mean, Witchcraft is... You can actually say Witchcraft isn't even fully magic, because Witchcraft is a big utility class. You can kind of mix into anything. So maybe that in Armancy we shouldn't count as magic. We should count as utility, right? A pure utility class. But the rest just kind of are odd. So we'll see what ends up happening. I don't know. I'd love to see an actual... Like, you know, I theorycraft as much as I can. I don't know. I want to see a ranged skill set that has something to do with traps, because I feel like that's a missing thing in this game, which would be cool. Just to throw out 3 traps in front of you at like 15 meters, and if somebody steps on them, they get snared for like 2 seconds and take some range damage. Like, that would be cool. You don't have to be an archer to use that. You can use that with any skill set and actually make use of it, right? Really good in raid versus raid. Stuff like that would be pretty cool. Traps, to just mess around with the battlefield environment a little bit more. I like that kind of stuff. It's fun. It's interesting. It does range damage is even better. Zushido, I feel like magic has always been favored in this game. You know, it's tough to say what's favored or not. As a developer, you don't want to favor anything, right? But it just ends up happening by the players. And since the players do something, you want them to have fun, so you give them more, right? So I don't know, who knows? Yeah, a little less marksman-based free tree, but instead more tracker/hunter themed would be cool. I think anything they do at all would be cool. It's just ideas throwing out there. I mean, who knows? I'm sure that whatever they have decided for the 12th skill set was already decided months and months and months ago. They're not going to go back on it, so we're just going to have to wait and see what they think, or what they say. We can create new skill sets in our heads all we want, make really fun gameplay. But it really does come down to what they're actually intending to do. Plus, they'd have to make a skill set around some kind of big entity, right? All of the skill sets have one of the 12 adventurers as a patron, as somebody who actually encompasses that skill set, every single one of these. So the 12th one, there's only one person left who isn't actually encompassed in a skill set, and that's Naima. But Naima died. If you don't know the lore, Naima is one of the 12 adventurers that went down into the garden, but she died before she actually got to the gates. So I don't know if they would actually encompass a skill set around Naima or not. I'm not sure what they would do, because Naima's technically never even made it in there. But Naima is a dancer. She's not the patron of Songcraft. Lucius is, but she was a dancer. Necromancy is just skill tree confirmed. Actually, that's really funny. That would be really cool, actually. That actually makes sense. And I know somebody last stream was like, ooh, let's have something with more summons. And I'm like, hello, you can summon a demon from the sky in Witchcraft, but nobody ever does that. Realistically, in raid versus raid, you know. An actual summon skill set would be cool too, but again, you're just going magic-based. I don't know how you do a ranged-based summon skill set. So I don't know, I am hoping primarily for something ranged-based. I don't even play it. You know, I don't do ranged stuff. I played Outrider for a little bit because it was funny. But I feel for the archers out there who want more fun gameplay and more stuff to do. Absolutely, I totally feel for you guys. So that's what I'm hoping for. I want to see more than just endless arrows everywhere non-stop. Come on. It's one button, and everybody's pushing it. You know what they're pushing. If they're not pushing it, they're spending a second pushing something else. Okay, I get it, you know? Well, we need something new. I want to see some new thing other than endless arrows. Freaking give me a shurikens or something. I don't know, anything. Oh god, Genji skill tree confirmed. It's really funny though to say necromancy skill tree confirmed because Naima's dead. Because it actually could be a thing like that. They could actually say that. Ooh, to mix with a lore. Damn it. Yeah, I hope they don't go that route. But it would be hilarious if they did. I would have a good giggle at it, and then again totally regret it because I want something for ranged. Alternatively, this could be the first game, if they did that, this could be the first game that does a necromancy ranged archery thing. Like, to say, oh, necromancy isn't magic, it's a rogue thief thing. Ooh, that changes everything, doesn't it? I think too many people would complain about that. Way too many people. Unless you summon, like, goblins or something, but that's not really necromancy, right? That's totally different. Alright. Who's that? Is that somebody I know? Nah. Not too many people to duel, I guess, around Marianople. I think people are just doing Grimghast and other stuff, which is a shame. I don't really want to queue up anymore. Are there any other questions? I think I'm going to head out. It's been 2 hours anyway, so I think that's about normal for me. Let's just finish up with questions and stuff. Illusionist, that kind of tricksy archery themed. Illusionists are kind of tricksy archery themed. Like roguey kind of themed, you know. Illusionist would be cool. I'm guessing you're like making something that looks like you. What? Man, why don't we have that What is it called? Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the name. I'm just trying to delay time, but I can't remember the name of it. In WoW, you can split into 3 characters, and 2 of them are not actually you. What is that called? Mirror image. Wait, that's actually what it is. It's mirror image, right? Mirror image. Why don't we have a mirror image skill? That needs to be a thing. That could be totally an illusionist thing to mirror a copy of yourself twice over, and they just run around shooting stuff, and nobody knows which one's the real you. That'd be pretty cool. I would like that. Yeah, mirror image. I don't know. Do you know where you can read more about 5.0 and the changes that occurred? There is patch notes for it. I can link them just so that it's easier for you. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Omnum, is it the best? Yeah, I mean, omnum.gg now, he changed domains, is the best place for just overall what's happening in Korea. What came out in 5.0, however, is listed quite nicely in the patch notes. It's the relic of Haram patch notes, and they did actually a pretty good job documenting everything. That's really relevant here, so you can feel free to take a look at that. I do recommend reading very carefully, because everything is important. And very recently I put up a Reddit post as well as a post in the forums talking about the weapon type changes, which as of 5.0 actually went in correctly. So weapon attack speed stats and weapon type stats, they actually mean important stuff. And as of 5.0, the attack speed stat works correctly. So if you use a main hand weapon that is a 1.2 attack speed like you see on screen, all of your melee attacks and melee animations are going to be 20% slower, and all of your melee skills will be 20% more damage, because it's a multiplier for melee skill damage and melee skill animation time. So that's something to keep in mind for melee people. I did write a big post about it on Reddit. I think it's been a couple days now, so it's gone down in time, but you can always search GamePro03 and find all my posts from that on Reddit. And it's very important for people to just read and understand how that works. It is important from every side to understand what melees are doing, what the new meta is, and how people are playing, because it's a big deal. That's also why I'm playing Scepter right now. It does less melee damage overall, because less melee attack, but it does 20% more damage, because it's a 1.2 attack speed thing. So I'm much slower, but do much more bursty damage, which is a correct crit gameplay. So that's good. Is the damage hidden or represented in your stats? The damage is represented in your stats. You'll look at them. If you hover over it with additional details, if you have in the options additional details enabled, you can see the green stuff. The green stuff as you see on the screen, which details the breakdown of damage. That stuff does change when you switch to different weapon attack speed types. You'll notice a change there. You'll notice it very quickly in how the damage breakdown is. It even changes the base damage. And again, it's just a multiplier, that attack speed stat. So again, I wrote about all of this stuff in excruciating detail up on Reddit. Go check out that post. It's quite important. Why don't I just link it here? Let me go find it real quick. There's a link here. You guys can all read about that. Very, very important stuff, though. And I think 95% of the community had no idea this happened whatsoever. And I'm very surprised about that. But not everybody takes as much time to really research and read things, so that's perfectly okay. I get it. Totally understand. Made this little PSA to try to make it a bit more apparent for people. Alright. Again, if you guys have any more questions, if anything, you guys want to talk to me afterwards, just go check out the Discord. There's a big blue image down below. That's the link to the Research and Development Discord. Feel free to ask whatever questions you'd like. Other people will help, of course, as well. I think that's going to be it for today. Stream for a couple hours. The next stream, I'm kind of streaming whenever I have a chance to, but I'll announce it on Twitter and Discord whenever I can. So, again, if you like the content, go ahead and follow the channel. And, I don't know, I'll see you guys all next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and have a very good day.